Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our lighting tutorial for the 30 years of Dedolight International Competition. My name is Douglas Habits and I'd like to be your host for the next couple of minutes. Today we want to show you how you can create 3 different atmospheres and even control the weather in one single room. And we'll do all that by using an SPS5 Dedolight kit, some other lights, and some special effects that are powerful but simple. Are you ready? Alright, so let's go to work and create some magic. Welcome to our first scene. We like to call it the romantic breakfast. This is Peter and this is Paula, a typical German couple having a typical German breakfast with Schwarzbrot and Bierwurst. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and Peter is ready to go to work, while Paula is waiting for the milkman to come over. Anyway, the first thing we need while those guys are having breakfast is some sun shining through that window. And to bring more depth to the picture, some sun back there. To shield the room from the outside light, we built some big molten boxes that we placed outside of the house right in front of the window. Here we got a 2 kilowatt tungsten with a half CTB on it, and we chose a flat angle to create that feeling of the rising sun. As you see, it gives a nice hair light to Peter and a nice key light to Paula. The back window got 2 800-watt tungsten placed in an angle to get those nice shadows on the wall and on the floor. As you probably noticed, we added some haze in the air. This has 2 effects. The first one is that it makes the sun rays visible. The second one is that it spills the light in the whole room to have a romantic, softer look. Speaking of light, we need more light in here. To get that light, we had 3 800-watt tungsten that we placed over here, over there, and back there. We flooded them and bounced them over the ceiling. Now we see that Peter's face is pretty dark and needs a soft key light too. To do that, we installed the Dedolight softbox over there with a grid, avoiding the background to get some light. Plus, we added a red gel on it to simulate the sunlight hitting the red wall and reflecting back in Peter's face. To emphasize this romantic look, we want to get rid of those hard, more dramatic shadows over there in their faces. To do that, we need some soft light. And we place that soft light with a big softbox right in the camera axis. Alright, that looks pretty neat already. Let's add some special features to make the whole thing more cinematic and more interesting. Dedolights are perfect for that purpose. So let's feature that nice wooden closet, for example. To do that, we took a little softbox, added some CTO on it, and placed it right in the angle of the sun. We also had a grid to avoid spill light. To add some depth to the picture, we added a sunbeam that hits that little table over there. To do that, we hit a Dedolight spot over there and close the barn doors in a way that it only hits the table. Let's make the background more interesting. To do that, we hit 2 Dedolights over there and 1 back there behind that door. The one behind the door is placed in a certain angle with the barn doors closed in a certain way that it creates a kind of sunspot on the handle on the door. And the second one is a little bit more complicated. We hid 2 Dedolights over there and installed a mirror on the wall over there. The light from the Dedolights hits the mirror and reflects in the back corner of the room. This gives the effect that the sun is shining through the windows, hits the frame of the windows, and gives those square-shaped shadows on the back wall. As the last special, we wanted the sunlight to hit the orange juice glass of Paula, to give this kind of water reflections in her face. This makes this moment even more special and gives this kind of magic vacation feeling like you're sitting at the beach or something. To do that, we use the Dedolight Imager. It's a feature tool for the Dedolight to project images. What we did here is that we used it to get a super focused light beam, placed the water glass over there and spotted it on the surface of the water. So it hits the surface and reflects back on Paula's face. Alright then, this is it. Let's check it out what it looks like in motion picture.
Du, deine Eltern haben angerufen. Sie kommen eine Stunde später zum Abendessen.
Ach, mich stört es nicht.
Ja, wahrscheinlich kommen sie sowieso wieder zu früh. Dann sind sie...
Rechtzeitig?
Ja.
Wahrscheinlich.
Alright, alright, alright. Enough of that romantic stuff. Let's bring some drama in here. Welcome to our second scene. We call it the dinner drama. Later that day, Peter is back home. Work's over and his back hurts. It's 10 p.m. and he noticed around 15 new milk bottles in the fridge. Paula's parents are supposed to show up any minute. Drama is in the air. So first things first. Since it's supposed to be 10 p.m., the practicals need to be turned on. In our case, that'll be the chandelier back there and the lamp on that little table to bring more depth to the picture. And last but not least, that little candle on the dinner table. We need more light on Peter and Paula. To do that, we install the big softbox in the camera axis. Additionally, we dimmed it down to around 10% of its power to have a warmer tone, emphasizing the candle light. We want to have a dramatic full moon night. That's why we need some light coming from there to create the effect of the moon shining through the window. It gives Peter a hair light and illuminates Paula's face. So, how did we do that? We took a big softbox and took the grid and the diffuser gel off and added a CTB on it to get those hard, dramatic shadows on the table and on Peter and Paula's face. Yuck. Now let's add some more exciting features to the image, like on the wooden closet over there. Here we want some moonlight hitting the closet. Therefore, we used the mini softbox that we placed over there, added a CTB and a grid. We placed it in an angle that it only hits the closet and the wall. Let's make the piano in the background look more interesting. To do that, we used the Dedolight spot which we installed over there and put it in the right height and angle to create the effect of the chandelier illuminating the inside of the piano. We closed the barn doors to illuminate only the golden inner life of the piano and get those nice reflection on the piano's lid. We need more moonlight in the background. To give this whole scenery a more dramatic look, we used the Dedo Imager. We also used a window-shaped gobo that we used, a scrim to have a nice brightness gradient through the room, and a CTB gel. As you can see, the gobo throws those nice square-shaped shadows on the wall and on the floor. Then we hit a Dedo spot back there behind the chair to illuminate the front part of the piano, which gives a nice color contrast to the golden inside of the piano. Let's give the background some more interesting spots. Here, we hit a Dedolight in the corner behind the piano. We close the barn doors in a way that only the painting on the wall gets some light. This has two effects. The first one is that it makes the back wall way more interesting. And the second one is that the black piano is being silhouetted against the red wall, which gives even more depth to the picture. We also wanted a TV running in the back. Therefore, we placed a beamer over there and bounced it on a silver reflector. As you see, it gives some light to Paula and even reflects a little bit in Peter's face. This is how we got this typical TV flicker. And here's the special. Let's make a car turn into the driveway. To simulate that, we installed a mirror over there. Then we took two Dedolights that we mounted on a rotating system consisting of a tripod and a metal tube. An operator is standing over there in front of the mirror and turns the lights. The reflections running through the whole room create that a car is coming effect. All right, let's see what it looks like in a movie.
Das sind 15 Anrufer auf dem Anrufbeantworter.
Du, die höre ich später ab.
Musst du nicht, hab ich schon. Haben wir eigentlich neue Milch? Ich habe gerade wahnsinnig Lust auf ein großes, frisches Glas Milch. Du auch? Oder sind wir schon bis zum Rand voll?
Hör auf damit.
Ich soll aufhören? Ich soll aufhören. Entschuldigung, wenn ich den stilllosen Durst meiner Frau nicht löschen kann.
Du machst dich lächerlich.
Ich mach mich lächerlich?
Es reicht.
Ja, es reicht.
Wir kommen gleich.
Ich komme auch gleich.
All right. Okay, this is soap opera dramatic. Let's get psychodramatic. Welcome to our last scene. We call it the Psycho Night. After the dinner, Peter and Paula kept on arguing. Later that night, a serial killer showed up to murder both of them. Maybe the thriller's gonna save their relationship, or maybe not. Who knows and who cares? Frightened to the bone, Peter and Paula turned off all the lights in their house. That's why we only have moonlight in here. Again, we built big molten boxes that we placed right outside of the house in front of the windows. In this box, we got a 2 kilowatt tungsten with CTB gel and a diffuser gel on it. We flooded it to simulate the soft moonlight shining through the clouds. Again, you see, it gives Peter a hair light and Paula light on her face. For the moonlight in the back, we used 2 800-watt tungsten with CTB gel. We added a window blind in front of it to get those creepy shadows on the floor and on the wall. Additionally, we connected them to a dimmer. This allows us to create light flashes. We should add some spooky shadows and a more interesting background in here. To get those shadows, we installed the Dedolight spot over there and illuminated the chandelier. This creates those long, creepy shadows in the back of the room. We also hid a Dedolight with CTB gel over there to bring some moonlight on the candles. Additionally, we had a Dedolight with CTB gel over there to give a glow to Peter and Paula. This emphasizes this climatic scene. Here's the special again. Let's add some evil effects on Peter and Paula's face. To reinforce the candlelight, we placed 2 Dedolight spots with golden amber and ND gel on the floor over there and over there. This creates that evil flashlight under the chin effect, like you're sitting at the campfire telling creepy stories. We connected them in series with a dimmer. This has the effect that the Dedolight starts to flicker randomly, which creates that candlelight effect. Let's add some moonlight glow. To do that, we placed a soft box with a grid and a CTB gel on it right in front of the camera axis. That creates that blue glow on Peter and Paula, which gives a nice color contrast to the red of the candle. Some spooky candles? All right. To do that, we installed a fan back there so we can make the candles flicker. We're missing a creepy lightning in here. As a last special effect, we wanted to have a lightning flashing in from outside. Therefore, we used a Dedolight imager. We printed some creepy branch silhouette and added a CTB gel and a window-shaped metal gobo. We used a screen with holes in it that an operator was moving pretty fast right in front of the lens. Additionally, we had 2 800-watt tungsten in the back flashing. All right, let's see what that looks like in the movie.
Hier ist Peter.
Und Paula.
Hinterlasst uns eine Nachricht nach dem Piepton.
I'm coming for you, Peter.
All right. So as you saw, we were able to create 3 different atmospheres with an SPS5 Dedolight kit, some other lights, and a couple of tricks. We created a romantic atmosphere, a dramatic atmosphere, a psycho-thriller atmosphere. Thank you for watching. My name is Dougly Habits, and I wish Peter and Paula and you guys out there a nice evening.